How will the coronavirus impact real estate investing, real estate investors, and the real estate market? Is this an opportunity or is this a threat for your business, guys? Now I ask you that. I also ask you this, which one will you make it? Because you can decide what you want to do here, and a lot of you guys are going to capitalize, a lot of you guys are going to run away and get hurt. So I'm going to give you my opinion in today's video on what I'm going to do with my real estate business. I'm also going to give you my opinion with what I'm going to do with my stock investments. Now I'm a single family investing expert. I also have a lot of experience in the stock market, not too much. I'm not an expert, but I do have a lot of money in it. Now I have a lot less after last week, just like a lot of you guys, but I'm not a CPA, I'm not an attorney, and I'm not giving you legal advice. But personally for myself, a lot of you want to know what I'm going to do. I'm not going to operate out of fear and panic. I'm going to let it ride. I'm not touching a dollar. I'm going to leave it all in the market. And I'm going to die on the battlefield if this becomes a massive, massive crash. I don't think it's good to operate out of fear. I think people operating out of fear who are panicking right now are artificially causing a lot of this, even though there's a real pandemic going on, and this is something to really be fearful of. I don't think you guys should be panicking as much as you are pulling your money out, but a lot of people have. And that fear causes a snowball effect, and we've seen a massive drop in the stock market. Now, how will this relate to the real estate market? Because if a massive crash happens and they do not get this stabilized and the markets do not start to come back, the real estate market has a drag effect behind the stock market crash as we see in 2008. Now, what's really going on at a high level, guys? If you don't know what's going on, a lot of you guys have your head in the sand. A coronavirus has launched out of China and it's now going global, and it's a potential pandemic, and it's now in the United States, and a lot of people are panicked. Think of it like this. Let's say you guys all had $1,000 on the blackjack table. And then over the past few years, or the past few hours that you've been playing on it, right? Over the past few years, the real estate market's gone up. Past few hours, your stack has gone way up. You're making a lot of money, and it went up to $2,000 your stack. And then the market crashed abruptly. You lost a lot of money abruptly, and now you're down to $1,300. A lot of people are still way ahead of where they were, but they're panicking and they're wanting to protect some profit, as well as take a deep breath. So they pull their chips off the table, they're kind of taking a deep breath, they're walking the hallways, they're going to get something to eat, they go up to the room to take a shower, trying to figure out what they're gonna do. And that's a lot of money. I heard almost $2 trillion was pulled out of the market. If you guys are paying close attention to this and you have a lot better pulse on the market than I am, please put your comments below. I'm sure a lot of people would like to hear this. Now, if you don't really know what's going on, please be careful with what you say, because a lot of this stuff that's going on right now is happening because of political reasons. If the Democrats and Republicans don't stop trying to destroy each other to win a presidential election, they're going to destroy the country. They need to be more mature about this, is my personal opinion on it. I think a lot of people are pulling their money out because of fear. Now, that's a huge opportunity, which I'm going to talk about right here in number 4 of how this can impact your business. The first one I want to talk about, why this can actually impact your real estate business, is this right here. Is this going to make you or break you guys? Number 1, number of industry hours worked. When depression hits, which is hitting a lot of people right now, or instability in the thought process, fear, panic, lack of confidence, people freeze, which means when they freeze, they don't work hard. So a lot of people are going into mini depression, full-blown depression, or just panic and fear, and they're not sure what they're gonna do. And when people are not sure what they're gonna do, they don't do anything. So think of it like this. Over the past month, there's this many hours being worked in the industry, fighting for this many houses. Now, this many hours are gonna be being worked because a lot of people are freezing and panicking. They're not gonna spend money marketing. They're not gonna work as hard because they wanna see what happens. Some of them are just sleeping with their blankets pulled over their head. That means this many people are still after this many deals, right? So a lot of people are gonna pull back and retract. So this is an opportunity for you to double, triple, quadruple down your aggressiveness in the marketplace while everybody else is panicking, operating out of fear. You should run towards the opportunity and get more aggressive, in my opinion, instead of backing off, which a lot of people are doing right now, because I've already talked to a lot of people. I'm like, why are you doing this? This is a huge opportunity. Quadruple, 10x down, even 100x down if you can. I would put all your energy into this right now if possible, because a lot of people are not going to be marketing right here. They're going to be stopping spending as much money marketing because they don't want to lose any more than what they already have. They're in this chaotic thought process that they don't know how to handle. So a lot of people are going to spend less money marketing and put less money into the business, which means those who ramp it up right now are going to take the opportunity. Because a lot of this is in the mindset, right? Should the market have really dropped this much? Is this really that big of a pandemic? We saw what happened with the swine flu, some of these other ones. It blew over and it bounced back. For a short-term time period, guys, I think we're going to have some instability, but I think they're going to get this under control. I think the news organizations are going to go to the next thing that they're trying to do to adjust and influence the election, and that this is going to eventually get put behind us. Now, if it doesn't, and this gets worse and worse, this could actually cause a major impact. But I personally think it's going to kind of blow over. Now, While people are panicking, sitting on the sideline, you should be putting more hours in, putting more marketing out because less people are doing it, which means you have a greater opportunity to pick up more deals. Also, I think the market's gonna be super hot over the summer because they're talking about interest rates potentially dropping and potentially dropping taxes to help with this situation. So I think there's a lot of pros going on in the midst of what all people can see are cons and negatives. Now, because of this, fear drives people to cash positions, which is not where they should be. So people are pulling their money out of the stock market, which is volatile, and they're going to a cash position. People are also wanting to pull their money out of houses and go to a cash position because a lot of people associate any crash with all with all markets crashing all at once. So a lot of people that say they were sticking strong trying to sell their house for 150 grand, they may just quickly drop it for 140 or 135 just to dump it and go to a cash position. So I think a lot of people are more likely to sell their house right now to get something that they can feel like they have control over, which is a dollar amount that they can see in their bank account. They don't want to see that 150K house drop to 100K, which is not likely in my opinion, but a lot of them are going to feel this way because they're not experts in the industry. They're going to see the stock market dropping. They remember what happened with the real estate crash in 2008, and they're going to be like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. Let me just go to what I feel is comfortable, and what usually people feel is comfortable is having cash positions. So a lot less people are going to be putting hours in. A lot less people are going to be spending money marketing, while people, in my opinion, are more likely to sell their house right now for a little bit deeper discount than they would just a couple weeks ago. And this is why you should be really focusing on what's going to happen right now, guys. This last one right here. This is where I see the big opportunity. Now, I heard $2 trillion were pulled out of the stock market. Now, I'm not an expert. I don't know those exact statistics. If you guys do, please put below. But if that's the truth, where did that $2 trillion go? It went from a volatile investment that dropped quickly back into their bank accounts. They're sitting on the sideline trying to decide, should they put it back in the stock market? Should they put it in gold? Should they put it in silver? Should they put it in something tangible, something real, something that they can touch, which is real estate? A lot of these individuals need to put their money somewhere. So with that much money off sitting on sidelines, that is a huge opportunity for you guys to go out there and start working hard to raise private money. I know what a lot of serious investors are doing. I know what we're doing. We are pounding the phones, reaching out to people saying, hey, stock market's scary, isn't it? Do you want a safer investment? Have you thought about putting your money back into the real estate market? Because that's the one market that seems to be staying strong right now. So this is a huge opportunity, guys, for you to go raise money. Remember, when the market is hot, inventory is low. There's not a lot of deals, but there's money everywhere, right? When the market turns, there's going to be deals everywhere, kind of what I was talking about right here. People are scared and they're going to drop their houses for a lower price, but there's not a lot of money. So those of you who start to build strong relationships with lenders right now, if this market continues to go down a downtrend, and we are going to see a period of a few years of where the market's kind of correcting, this is a huge opportunity to get in with private lenders first, get money working first, and get it cycling and get strong long-term relationships built where they're going to feel confident to keep their money cycled with you throughout the correction, if this is what we're going to see, instead of putting it back in the stock market. So you guys should be pounding the phones. You should be reaching out to people right now who you know had a lot of money in the stock market, who most likely pulled it out, saying, what are you going to do? Because I'm going to do this. I'm going to stick it in something safe that cash flows, cash flow real estate. You can be working JV deals with them. You can be having them lend to you just as a private lender and giving them a promissory note do you trust. This is something that you guys should really focus on. Now, what is going to happen with this in general? So you guys need to be focusing more on your funding side than lead generation side, is my opinion. I think you guys should be ramping up your hours of time into this. I think you guys should be putting more marketing dollars out there in the marketplace and not be operating out of fear. And then also getting more aggressive when you go out to the marketplace talking to homeowners as far as, we can close right now, there's a lot of instability in the marketplace, but will you work with us and give us a little bit of price, because I think they're gonna come down. That's just my opinion on this, guys. I'm curious to know what your guys' opinion is. Put your comments below, and over the next week or so, next 2 weeks, if we see some big adjustments of what's actually happening and it starts to change and my opinion ever changes on this, I'm gonna let you know, but I'm not gonna touch my money in the stock market. I think we're at best gonna see a couple month correction on this, and I'm not going to pull back on my real estate business as far as money I'm spending on marketing, and I'm gonna really ramp up my aggression, and not meaning being aggressive, but just like the energy I'm putting in, if that makes sense. The amount of hours, the tempo, the pace of what I'm doing, because I think a lot of people are looking for an opportunity to place safe money, and I think the safest investment right now is the real estate market. So that is what I plan to do, guys. I'm gonna keep a close pulse on this. I'm gonna probably put another video out if I feel the need to do so. Other than that, guys, don't panic, stay positive, and my prayers go out to a lot of you guys. If you have been facing this, other than that, guys, I'll see you when I see you. Have a good day.